I mean, we'll have a week later.
And the person
Is it that?
short program.
One suggestion.
Yeah.
Some talk.
Yeah.
Right. And a couple days later, when you back. We do everything, yeah. What about the other side of the block? In Green County. Yeah. Okay. He's gonna keep calling the stars. He's gonna keep unrestricted. I'm gonna say, really? And then I'm so pretty, secretary.
Because you got a family problem. She's got 24/7 care and sister.
Is it the same one that last summer or is it different?
Yeah.
The same person from last summer?
Your sister, and you need to scrape her heart because she also has heart. You had to scrape it. And then, they had Senator Tomlin there. They didn't really want to do that. So she took it over. Her and Stuart, her husband, just moved in with her, and just moved out there to compare before we sit here.
That's hard.
She hopes, let's go to the East Coast. She goes back to the doctor on point where she goes to the doctor. Already. Trying to get the state hard.
She's not married yet. That's fun. Save money and long term, probably. Save money and long and now. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, website. Great doctor, Julie's like on this. But they got nice brand new fire signature. Yes, they were paying out.
The back part of the trailer, back part of the trailer, 1 inch, 50 minutes. They were the person was going to. In both of the big major, those two incredibly. East, back there. Yeah, everybody's, the baby was buying prior to the prior.
But then the office. Well, that doesn't have to be.
But they,
I know like that. And then the office. You rated, huh?
Oh.
really scares them, she comes there.
Probably a good house. Got bathrooms. You know, and they'll say that they'll have that. Stuff like that. It's really cool.
Yeah, but it is, it's much easier and quicker.
Yeah, I'll search it, if I get there.
And then go.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of them have tabs and all of them.
And the help person was standing there, introduced herself, last week, introduced her, later who she is. That's it. So, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, we already had it, so we're, Marvelous. I never could be up there with it, on wireless. I've got the game, so it's really not paid. Maybe you'll contact it, it's like the bar. It grants me. I got 7 o'clock, folks, here we go. Meeting order. Roll call. Harold Nelson.
Here.
Dave Wheeler. Here. Carl Over. Here. Linda Simpson.
Here.
Ray Wicker.
Here.
Kelly Alvin.
Here.
All three. Nixon, citizen comment.
I have several comments. There's several people here that weren't here at the last meeting. At the last meeting, I stood, I read a statement of my complaint that I then filed with the council. Within moments of me starting to read that letter, Ms. Witcher got on her phone and texted her husband, and at 7:09, I received a threatening message from Dawn, trying to intimidate me to not exercise my First Amendment right of free speech. He specifically stated if there's anything I have to say, that I should take it up with him and not speak to his wife. Again, unethical behavior and completely unacceptable for a city official. So, that being said, on the next agenda, I would like to place restriction for cell phone use by all city council members during official city meetings. This back and forth, you texting somebody when they're not part of this venue is unacceptable, unprofessional, and unethical. Not to mention you encouraging your husband to try to intimidate him. Absolutely absurd. Secondly, I'm speaking. Secondly, I then submitted that form of complaint to the council. I'm not certain what was done with that, but I wound up filing.
Split city files.
Well, okay, let's split the city files, but where it should have been was sent to the Texas Rangers that have a specific branch called the Public Integrity Unit. Their sole purpose is to investigate unethical behavior by state officials. That complaint includes your actions, Gary, and your actions, Kelly, related to my property and how you were behaving and what took place. Secondly, I did report to Officer Reinhardt, who's an investigator of the Criminal Investigations Division at the Johnson County Sheriff's Office, what your husband did, and provided him with a copy of the text messages from your husband. So it's all been reported. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this unethical
Did you
behavior.
copy yours? Because
Yes, I did.
it's all over.
Yeah, you go ahead and copy it. I've never said anything violent to you or your husband. So I'm done. I'm done complaining about the behaviors that get sent in the city file, that nothing gets investigated. It is unacceptable. You cannot continue your behavior in this city. The two of you have caused more hardship, more turmoil in this community since it was founded in the last 2 years, and caused this city more money than ever has been cost. I could have just had my settlement, put my head in the sand, and lived my life. What would have happened? This behavior would have continued with other residents. As I drove around talking to other residents, this would have been the tip of the iceberg for me. Oh, I'm speaking too much, I don't like what I have to say, maybe you should text
I'm
on.
not talking to you,
Perfect.
please.
So again, I would like on the agenda, and it to be voted on, that cell phones are to be restricted during official city council meetings. If they are not present, then they shouldn't be conversed with, period, until this meeting is over, and then you can have your conversations. But certainly not before. I was mid-sentence of my complaint when I got a text. I'm just saying, come on, that is ridiculous.
You could read for 2 hours on the same thing.
I tell
You're
you,
right, good.
because I'm fearful for this man.
Oh, you're fearful for me?
Yes, stop. It's
What's gonna happen to you? Why are you fearful for me?
I'm not going to get into this in here.
Mayor,
I'm gonna adjourn this meeting with some straight.
That's the end, I've got nothing else to say.
Mayor, this is an important issue. If the Texas Rangers decide to investigate us, we could all be fired. Oh, yes, Miss Richard, we can all be fired and we would have to have an election to elect new.
I think Carolyn talking.
And the cell phone use has been going on for quite a while. The people in the audience have noticed it and have made comments on it.
Just check my phone.
Any other comments?
Don't touch it.
Alright, move on from there. The next one's consider take action on the meeting, or where we do it. Y'all have a good idea, thanks, I didn't know what to do that.
On February 50 minutes, citizens' comments. I believe the complaint letter also included council person Albert.
He did not mention.
Yes, indeed.
He most certainly is, and I said it during the meeting.
I didn't remember you saying,
Did we take action on number 8? It doesn't have a vote.
no, we pushed it out, maybe I got on the page. But then, distribute the letter to you
It's on.
after the election. Just saying. Us city fan. Is there a motion to approve these?
I made a motion to approve it, change it.
Motion been made
Second.
to approve. Seconded. Later. Okay. Discuss and take action on the first reading of the ordinance. Then it was revision, gives to a legend. Each state of the city.
What I handed y'all was three different versions. Really, the first one is what Lane, Jay, second one was more detailed than us. It's detailed is really in the ordinances, but then I looked at possible version today. And the fee schedule is basically ordinance. So I'll copy there some information like what type of general law that we're A or B, chapter, whatever, since second of that. And is this what y'all had in mind? Well, the ordinance, the very big, it's like, they have so many fees in their fee schedule, they changed it, it's like, just, they have members for two things.
Including these.
I see one of those. Airbnb. The last page.
The fee schedule.
It's very similar, I mean, this is important. It has to do with whereas clauses and stuff, that
Yeah.
have to go in. And the other thing, it's very similar, it's very short, it only has the, application fee, because that's the only thing that the city currently charges.
So the other reference, type B, what is the status?
I think the common thing for the municipal judge. It's not the Airbnb ordinance, it says type A in that, in chapter 6, this says type B, chapter 7, so.
Since I've been here, I've been operating under the assumption from the previous council that fireworks is a type A. Now, unless we have any, and that's what they're listed, that they are listed as on the team law website. We can look into it and see if we have any of your incorporation documents or there's probably some filing. If we don't know, if that's just what you're assuming, we don't actually know, we can research and find out.
what the distinction, what the difference, if it's different than type A. But the ordinance I drafted, but that's for the short-term rental one is type A. Everything I've drafted for you guys is business and type A.
Gotcha.
Chapter 6, type A is under chapter 6, type B is under chapter 7.
I've been told to send the commissioners minutes for 1975 minutes, where they petitioned to, they went before the commissioners, petitioned them to change the B B to an A. Now, I found where they went from
Did you go for
an ordinance that went from a town to a city. But I couldn't find an ordinance where it went to
it?
a B to an A, but I was told it was in the commissioner's minutes.
Then I commission report.
Hmm.
Commission report. And
I didn't research it that long. But when we went from a town to a city, that was when Green Oaks was also part of Broward. Because I recognized some of the signatures that lived in Green Oaks.
Where's freedom? Where's freedom?
You know where Stella is? Where? You know, the old rest stop is on the right, south, selling like it was on, yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing those, where they have this, murder, she's going to free, but
It's free on the go from time here. Some of the actual are, who it is.
here.
So Terry drafted this one. I was forwarded the email again. But it's very similar. It just has some additional requirements.
Aren't there attorneys too? Your firm,
For who?
customer.
They don't intend to do this. They're right, they run their own offices.
We don't do a whole lot of it.
I was just, heard you just say, put it on the dashboard.
It's, I'll put the correct number on it, send it out there this week. She got this video.
So you want me to send it to you, for a person? Every person? We did print.
She's got some more whereas to go in there. Her, as I said, of course, you have in here, plus what she's got, the right thing. Spit it out there.
These are the fees on the ordinance. We'll listen to you, this in word.
Yeah.
a motion to push it to a next agenda.
Most of it, like, push this to the next meeting. Or see if finish it. Ordinance. There's a second. Next down there, discuss, take action on the contract for this. Everyone get my email. Yes, sir.
Yes.
And I didn't read the reply.
That orders to.
You get an election. Or the offer appointed representatives.
Private school, I was. Just let everyone know I did see her too. Appreciate it. I think we'll go with the contract.
You're not really interested in good server.
So you still have a contract with them, with what you expect. But you don't just enter into a contract with them, you have to either decide to appoint one by ordinance, which includes this in the contract, or you can choose to have them elected. Those are the two ways that a municipal judge is employed initially by a city, which is too late to throw this in.
Okay. Just it when it's needed, right?
Yeah, if we can't contract with the city, we can find someone that would agree, put our stuff on their docket. Instead, that just be another issue, so, hey, we have something, look, we contact you, or the thing be, if we contact you, then. We still need to push that, I'll do.
Well, so that would be by an interlocal agreement.
Yeah.
So you could agree to contract out with this entity that would hold your court if and when any citations had to go to court. Some of them will let you use their judge, but usually it requires a separate company with their judge, because even though they'd be holding court maybe at the same time, the same day, they have a 5 o'clock docket. If you did, say, they have a 5 o'clock docket and the judge would only do cross converse that. And if you use the same judge in the same court, then you would have 6 o'clock docket that was prior rows. So they'd have to be separate. they would handle that, courts, all of their notices, all the processing, all the filing, whatever.
Yeah, no, we did do it, it was, she had signed it.
I mean,
But she disagrees to what we, the buildings.
well, I mean, she would have to agree to whatever terms and whatever contract and payment terms, whatever you want that to look like. So there's still have to be, I mean, if you want to negotiate something different, this is the time to do it. Because technically you don't, it's never been, as far as we know, legally appointed.
So the ordinance would say, pretty parties conditions for an hour. The contract would be. The city. Contract, that would attach with the ordinance.
And then it would have to be new statute review it. Set out the terms, whether it's 2 years or 4 years. Is subject to how the legal process we go. It's be the good side, we can decide on specific provisions in the ordinance. But
So they
Yeah, we should change the contract with the ordinance.
well, the ordinance would just be for this, and it's gonna say you're going to. Never do it, like you would, the contract just goes with it.
Yeah, the contract, you need to make a change, the contract, not ordinance reading.
yes, absolutely, yes, you will do, it was, we needed something added, we worked out with the judge.
Yeah.
And that I can modify the ordinance.
Yeah.
So our ordinance would be kind of generally stated, these are the things that we will do, but not.
Contract,
But
and we change the contract as needed.
Yeah, so I should.
whichever one was set the time, we'll make it so.
Very generic, yeah.
That would contract. Figure it out. So, this was basically getting rid of this.
Yes, it's just kind of a standard template to start from.
Ordinance of contract.
Good contract. A lot of this can be done by. Many things that are in here. Gave her that to the woman that be, that's just the starting point.
And I've got this sort of sheet paper. Like she wrote down what she would do.
Yeah, so that's what we need to start council, then.
Yeah.
This.
So we debating on which method.
One keep the and do one, so we get contracts.
I went to the ordinance and contract.
So that's fine for all the words. Yeah, so good. Ordinances around the options, it's fine, she's
They, Nancy, so she can have this order. What term, good job, but 2 years.
Probably be the same.
Yeah.
Just if there's anything there. I can tailor that with more to just prior up, you guys know. Got it, actually, say, we don't think we need this, we think we need this. Directly, you can individually, or that can all great as well, if she's ready to do that. That's fine.
So ordinance will take terms, and your general duties will kind of specific. Very much so. The ordinance will be,
The ordinance is just gonna say, we're choosing to appoint so-and-so as a judge for this term, subject to, subject to whatever statutory provisions that are specific to that. And then attached. They rush the contract.
who's the name of the ordinance? Maybe
We changed it.
You would have changed orders, you issue contract, change the evidence.
Well,
But any specific term, how the terms are, the name changes.
Well, they have to be reappointed every 2 years.
So basically, the contract's just please. But that's
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, an ordinance typically just sets out your procedures. For this, ordinance is gonna set out procedures for appointing your judge. And your contract is gonna be between the city and the judge, require specific terms, duties, payments. How you set up those payments. You also should be subject to nothing. Maybe. An owner.
Suppose in 2006, this is what she was very. Do.
I should do.
Yeah. Ordinance, the certain things that say you have contract.
You know, because that's what I'm.
Yeah, I think
That's how I feel.
Right.
Or is being paid.
Ordinance is how we go about the route.
You and I were saying, sort of,
I'm saying,
the unit set it up there.
okay,
I swear, you.
Okay.
You're individual. So, I'm going the next one, is a good topic thing. Discuss the potential of short-term rental ordinance. You have one that is really good, I never see. That can value you. Yep. I live in, when I put it, B&B, up and down, showed you a map of where they're at. I said, the bottom, rural centers, that was on the map down at,
Okay, you did.
Where's it?
Well,
that would be. That's you, you,
No, sir, come on. Yours is not on Bellevue. I live on Bellevue. No. Short-term rentals not on Bellevue.
Did anyone bring a copy of that ordinance? When you worked it for, yeah,
on it, minutes. Talk about. That application. Here's the map. On this, and I'll make sure that this also, that first thing, okay? So it goes. I like this. If they get to.
yeah.
Really like. It's on the stage. Yeah. Yes.
Would this ordinance like it is be enforceable? Because a lot of cities are being sued and they're losing with their ordinances. Well, what will, House Bill 3727, how will that affect? Well, Governor Abbott signed it, and it went into effect September 1st. And it was, the last part of it was
Say
about
27?
property code and real estate.
27.
3727. And then there's 2127, I think is the one I will take considering. And also, if you try to collect taxes on it, you answer to the state on how you spend your tax money. It's what I'm reading. Also, how are you going to restrict them from someone from advertising?
It says they don't have a permit.
It says newspaper, magazine, brochure, website, or mobile application. How will you restrict them from that?
They don't have a permit. If anyone has a permit number, then they're not allowed to advertise. Because we have to have that permit to know where they're.
They could advertise in a Fort Worth paper. But it says here that they can't.
You have a permit, and so it's,
Well, when I have it here. Why can't we write an ordinance that's geared to our city instead of taking somebody else's ordinance? I can try.
This is just, that's exactly what the purpose of this is, for you guys to see how other cities have regulated and then for you to tweak it for anything that you don't want or specifically want to.
But I think we ought to take our people, our residents in consideration when we pass ordinances. They're the ones that are affected.
I think anybody who's living next to an Airbnb would want to have some.
Well, I wouldn't either, but that property on Valley View would be grandfathered in on it. I believe so.
Is there any ordinance after the fact?
Well, this would require anyone that's operating a short-term rental to come into compliance.
So we have a church, and it's to, so. I probably in is the city itself, because there were some people here that had some roles that were already applied, some by their partner, probably.
Well, I wish you know this.
Well, I think she was saying things need to be tailored to this community specifically. You can take something, it needs to be, it all needs to be dumbed down for people. I was given we can address individual topics that have been tabled. This is a topic we can all comment on. I'm not commenting on anything other than what we're talking about. I received an ordinance, violation of an ordinance, that was copied and pasted from a whole other community. It refers to an airport. There's no airport. There's never been an airport in Briar Oaks. People are copying and pasting stuff and making it Briar Oaks ordinance.
No, they're not.
Well,
This was an example.
did we have an airport?
This was an example to build from. No one ever said it's a fireworks.
Well, I received a notice of violation. One of the things in that ordinance was referring to an airport. So clearly it was taken from somewhere else, put in a Briar Oaks ordinance, and then one part of that I was supposedly in violation of, and it was sent to me by the mayor. And in that ordinance, it referred to an airport. So my point is, things need to be simplified, applied to the residents of this community specifically. And we don't need these massive documents to describe what we want.
need some of it, people will find it for something.
It's a guideline to get started with.
Yeah. I
If
mean, I
you
know,
work in there, other people.
In Dan Chris, kids and all that, we're here to discuss it. Doesn't say anything about taking any action or anything else.
Another thing, it says 30 days, what if you run it for 31? It's still the grant.
How that works, you know.
I understand here, this, it's over 30 days, it's not good. No, if it's under, if it's under 30 days, it's three. What's it for me? Period, 30 days or less. I think they have.
I've seen some that also have a limited number of those per year.
Yeah. It's here, we didn't ask for the witness to look at those short-term rentals instead.
I believe that's true. All I'm saying is things need to be tailored for this community. You just can't, our ordinances got to be so lengthy, so much verbiage. You gotta read it so many times.
If you look at one page, you get torn apart, because every which one there was.
That's-
You know, in your profession,
Right, you gotta, I understand it, but here's
if you shortcut, what happens?
our community right across the way here. Their council writes their own ordinances. It's going to bring lawyers into it, makes it very convoluted, and people don't understand it, and that's the problems. And then you gotta get other lawyers to get involved, so on and so forth. I'm sure their community is gonna work fine. Their council gets together, they figure out what everybody in the community wants, and they write civil ordinance that everybody can read and everybody can understand. I don't feel like you need to have lawyers write the ordinances. They've been writing their own ordinances for how long? You said that on.
But they get later. A lot of them, believe it or not, get later, and straight off.
I'm just agreeing with Carol.
That's what
Things need to be tailored.
That's what their mayor's going.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah, I attended the last meeting, had lots of questions. And I had a few, they always asked why you put the table together, and so they had a resident charge the mayor, be crap out of it.
So it's a
That's
barrier.
why it's a barrier, I think, it's a barrier. Why they put it here, so
No,
each community's got their little issues.
at least we're not the only ones who don't.
They agree, we're all doing this. I'm serious. Might not make it the same again. Yes, I'm sure I have work on revisit. That motion to table this, so everyone can read it. This ordinance, this draft. Very hard if you want, but other than that. We discuss it. We
Second.
second on it. On favor?
You said it.
Next one, update on 2024 election. We have 4 applications. Place 1, Kimberly Kellett. Yeah, regular department. 2-5, she is unopposed. Place 3, James Withers, 5, and all 5 for that seat. And Micah Dunn. Legal leave, vote for it. We have to do now. We got that. We have to choose names, see who's going to be first on the ballot. Say where she one of them would see proceed. She would, I remember the real problem, I'm not ready. Let's do it for it.
She's the election judge. She might know. Yeah.
No, well,
Here, you.
pull something out there. First name we all look up. Legally. Legally, first. Not going to say. Sir. Nikki.
Marcus, he's so pretty.
Pieces of paper themselves.
Yeah. Their officials and documents.
I've already signed the return contract for the voting machine. Well, I'll get Kelly soon, I'm soon enough. Will you be the one that orders the ballots?
Secretary.
Or secretary of ballots, and without secretary of ballots, it would be. And who would we order from?
Election service.
Dallas County,
No,
ESS?
they have the whole packet. You just, what's on black green, the packet.
And I'm going to favor, let's say tomorrow, give them maybe Thursday or Friday, and see what I can pick up for that.
Okay.
I'm gonna give them a day or two. No.
Is that the business email?
Yeah.
Or you have any local? No,
I'm not totally. I have some confidence, but I've talked to several, but they can come together.
That's Marcus.
What you say, that?
That's
That's what I saw, yes.
that's what I told her when I told her to do the election. I was all ready for this. This drawing, really, that's all I could do to get her to take it. So, okay.
Well, I was.
Let's check all the screen out of me.
I was coming in the door, doing, I think I've been out of town for a few.
He caught her at the right moment.
Yeah.
I was ready for a big old spill.
You can look at, there's enough people that can, surely, offer a location that. Thank you.
All right. And the financial audit update. So,
Yeah.
so they go,
I think that was-
sure.
I know the election is, on, 4,
correct?
When do we start voting? Is it 29th or is it the 22nd?
The first day of voting is the 22nd,
Just what I,
and the last day is the 30th.
yeah.
Yep.
And then but we vote on Saturday.
Correct.
Yeah.
She's up in the center. Finish one of the day, but then run it as it. I made mention back then, Crosstown does their own audit because they're a class B city. And they're kind of looking at seeing whether we could evacuate what's needed to do that. But what has been uncovered since then is that if you're a city, you can do your own audit, but you have to have a CPA with a license to do city auditing present for the audit. Correct? That's what we found out in the statute.
The statute, our interpretation of the statute has been general law, city can do their own audit. If you have an employee who would be otherwise authorized or has the ability to do an audit. So our interpretation of that is you hire someone that happens to be a CPA or a finance director, and they could eventually do the city audit. Because the statute just says an employee,
Yeah.
but our interpretation is you have to have some qualifications to do that, not just, I don't know Lori's background, but not just a city secretary that was just hired.
She doesn't have to, maybe. Sure it's not.
So technically, it's someone with all of us that we know of
Right.
in this moment,
At this moment.
Well,
today. We don't know.
your city secretary is the person responsible for keeping books. I want to be honest.
I agree, but,
Yeah.
yeah. But since she hasn't come to vote yet, she could audit previous,
She can audit last year, of course.
but I don't understand.
Yeah.
But we don't have, we need an employee.
Essentially, we can't do it.
Yeah,
We
right.
told everything much less, needs to call.
Unless you found a resident who's a CPA who's been under contract labor.
You can contract a CPA or do it, that's been the issue, right?
No, but I mean, we had a resident to oversee the audit. And
No, if you call Tia about it, see what they're, they have different type of one.
like, couldn't we possibly do that if there was a resident who contract just to do the audit? Not be a legal
They have to be
That would
licensed.
be like contracting an auditor,
Mhm.
so yes, absolutely, you
Okay.
have a CPA perform an audit.
Maybe,
It might be a little, you might want to make sure that they have awareness of the municipal requirements that are different, so if they're comfortable doing that, yes, we can hire an CPA to do the audit.
yeah. I'm like hoping.
But yes, that's an option.
Because that might be a little bit easier than an individual person versus a company you're trying to hire. If the company doesn't receive some individual walking these steps with us, then maybe that would work. I guess Lindsay, they don't have to be resident. You don't have to be resident.
No, so statute requires that if it's not someone by statute or charter, which I don't have a charter, or a city employee that can do it, you have to have just a certified CPA license in the state to do it.
levels.
And it opens up.
Yeah, because it opens up a lot.
Yeah.
Cancers and not just in residents.
All right. Discuss the future agenda items, we have one earlier done. Stay calm. Any other agenda items, one wants to say that on?
It's central. Everything's good.
If y'all have something, I need to put this thing out the week before the meeting. If you have something come up before then, shoot me a text or email me a couple times, I'm still.
Yeah. Office, everything's home.
If you don't have anything else, I'm going to do this meeting, 8:00.